Hi, this is George DeJong and Tina Hodges. We're talking about exercise tips, exercise advice that just about everybody needs to know. What are some of the things that people are missing, Tina?
Well, I think there's so many myths and misconceptions out there about, there's all these workouts that promise you to have this certain body and get results, and it's really so simple, and I think if people would just focus on three things, they would get great results. First of all, they need to do cardiovascular exercise. Maintain your heart rate at cardiovascular rate for at least 20 minutes. For cardio health, if you want weight management, you need to do 30 minutes or more, 3, 4 to 5, 6 times a week even.
And tell somebody how they find what their proper heart rate is and a certain percentage to work out in.
When you're looking at that, you want to take 220 minus your age, just kind of a general rule, and then that's your maximum heart rate, the number you get. And you take 60 to 80% of that is a good range to work in to be aerobic or to be benefiting yourself cardiovascularly.
And if somebody's doing cardiovascular training, does it have to be an hour on the treadmill, or are there more effective ways for someone to attain their results, their fat-burning results, without having to do that?
Well, I think that I always tell people, you're going to do cardio, just straight cardiovascular work, mix it up, do something different every time. Try to cycle one day, maybe do a spin class, do the elliptical one day. You can go jogging outside if you're a runner, or even power walking. You could run stairs. There's so many different ways to do it. You don't want to stick to the same thing every single time, because your body gets good at it and stops working as hard.
Okay. Now, tip number 2 is what?
Resistance training. Got to get in the gym. It doesn't have to be heavy lifting. A lot of women are afraid of heavy lifting. It's just resistance training can be your body. You can use the extra tubes. You can use dumbbells. Whatever fits you best. But you got to do it at least 2 or 3 times a week. Working each muscle group is what's recommended.
Do you remember the study that came out a while ago from Cooper, where they talked about 3 days a week maintains the results you already have? But if you didn't work out at all and you start to work out 2 days or 3 days a week, you get a lot of results from that. Is that still accurate today?
I think so. Of course, if someone's never done it before and they start working out, you're going to get results, fairly quickly. If they adapt quickly, everybody's a little different. Yeah. But for maintenance, if you've been lifting and you want to just kind of maintain your strength, 2 to 3 days a week, it's still, I still think it's just for everybody, it's 2 to 3 days a week. American College of Sports Medicine, Cooper Clinic both recommend to minimum of twice a week for each muscle group, but they're really kind of moving towards 3 times, whether you're starting or maintaining. Okay, and tip number 3. Nutrition. You got to have, if you're working out hard but you're still not getting results, you got to look at your nutrition. Eating balance, it's not eating or doing diets and starving yourself. It's about eating a balanced meal between your protein, carbs, and fats. Finding a nutritionist maybe to help you figure out what your needs are, because everybody's different. Tina Hodges from Biomechanics Plus and George DeJong on the video for tips or advice for exercise and nutrition.